All right, guys. So welcome back to the live. This is just going to be a quick live. I do want to let me just go ahead and play a little bit of music so it's not too boring in here. I don't know if you guys will be able to listen to the music. Let's have a look right here. I'm going to put it very low for you guys. Tell me if you guys can hear this. Let me know if this is good. Let's see if we could increase the audio here. Let me just go ahead and add an audio real quick for you guys. We're gonna go ahead and do a Mac OS audio real quick. We're gonna do desktop audio. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do Brave. I think that should be good. All right, let me know if you guys can hear the music. Welcome back to the live. This is gonna be a quick live. Bitcoin is looking a little bit shaky right now. Nothing too crazy, obviously. We're gonna be having a look at Forex Factor in just a second, but if you guys want to join the VIP, just to quick start the video. I know a lot of people are asking, how do you join the VIP? You're going to go ahead and click on the link in the description below. You're going to sign up with BYD5. If you do deposit, let's say $20,000, you get a $2,000 bonus. And pretty much that's what's happening right now at the very moment. This is exactly what I have going on. It does end September 19th, but of course tomorrow ends, but it should be extended, etc. And of course, you would get access to the free VIP on the Discord as well, if you guys are interested as well. So this is for BYD5 members only. You get access to scalp signals, swing signals, market analysis, VIP chat, and pretty much that's about it. And there is a competition right now. You could actually win a Rolex depending on how much volume you're doing. So anyways, let's dive in straight right here. Bitcoin is currently pumping. We don't have any trades open. Our trade got actually stop loss for Solana. For those of you guys who actually saw the trade that I put earlier, it was actually we actually got stop loss, unfortunately, but there's nothing to worry about that. We're gonna go ahead and see if we could potentially short. Now, the reason why I'm not so bullish right now on the market is because we don't have any quantitative easing yet. Okay, we're still in quantitative tightening right now at the very moment. We're not seeing any quantitative easing happening anytime soon. Let me just go ahead and drop the link right here in the Discord, just so everyone can essentially join real quick. So I'm gonna wait a few seconds until everyone comes. I forgot to change the thumbnail. Like, yes, it could be an altcoin season. Yes, it could be an altcoin season. I did forget to change the thumbnail, but I don't want to have a look at the altcoin season on the monthly time frame or in the 90-day time frame. I want to have a look at it on the yearly time frame. I think that's what's really important. The last time we saw an altcoin season on a yearly time frame was actually January 2022. So this is what I want to see. This is where the real altcoin season is going to be good. AVAX can be good for a short. I'm not going to short AVAX. I'm going to talk about AVAX right now, just to quick give you guys an update. I know a lot of people want to short AVAX, but if we have a look right here on AVAX on the monthly time frame, you guys can see that AVAX is about to pretty much pull an Ethereum, where we essentially break a monthly long support or resistance region right here. Now, if we have a look right here on the monthly time frame, not only are we above the 50 on the RSI right here, but we did break above this moving average, and we also had this beautiful rebound right here. Now, if you short, can you short right here? I mean, we could definitely see wicks right here and wicks right here. I don't think that this month is going to be the breakout. It's very possible that we get a wick, come back down towards the end of the month. We essentially cool off end of the month, and then we essentially fly October. I think October is going to be a big month. I think quantitative easing is around the corner, but as of right now, we don't have quantitative easing happening anytime soon. We're still in quantitative tightening at the very moment. Yo, what's up, Hassan? How you doing? Pedro, AVAX, yeah, what's up, bro? How you doing? Welcome to the live. A-Balance, welcome to the live, man. Make sure you guys like this, like and subscribe. Guys, there is a little bit of an echo still. I'm still moving into the new house, so slowly I will be adding. I started adding some noise sound reducers on the wall, so there's not so much echoey. In the office, I'm gonna get a few frames, carpet, etc. But it's still very new. I'm still busy. A lot of builders are coming in. There's just a lot of shit to get done. So having a look right here, just a quick important event happening next week that I do want to talk about. We do have, first of all, flash manufacturing PMI. A lot of people might think that this is actually doesn't matter, but it does matter a lot. So that's going to be very interesting to see what happens. And we also have a big news next week, or big event. and this is actually the final GDP Q over Q, and then unemployment claims. Okay, so for those of you guys who are wondering why crypto is pumping today, and I know I didn't update this, but we did have an unemployment claim right here in the United States. It was actually 231,000 compared to 241,000. So the previous was 264. The forecast was supposed to be 241,000, and then the actual ended up being literally 10,000 below that, which is pretty big. Now, is it bullish? Yeah, it's bullish short term. Is it bearish? Probably long term, because that means we're probably not going to see an interest rate cut on the next one. But that doesn't, we're just gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see what happens. Having a look right here at Solana, I know I told a lot of people to essentially long Solana, or I didn't tell, but in the group I pretty much I told you guys I'm longing Solana, and then we pretty much got wrecked. I think Solana is gonna pull back. I think Solana is gonna pull back, and not because I'm super bearish on it long term, but I do think that look at that, we're already starting to coming back down. I do think that if we have a look right here at the Fibonacci, we're going to come back down and at least retest this level, which is a 0.5 retracement level sitting at 242.39. I do think that's what's going to happen, but this is on the 1 hour time frame. I do think we essentially pull back a little bit on Solana, even come below 224. But as of right now, we need to see at least a pullback of 242. If I do this and come back, it's approximately a 3% dump. It's not really so crazy, but as of right now, I don't have any trades open. The total account is currently sitting at 1.7. I'm slowly starting to get back into trading, obviously. So we had a look at the Forex Factory. I'm going to talk about altcoin season in just a second. Let's have a look real quick at, let's have a look right here at the chat real quick. Let me just see what's going on. Is Solana having a liquidity sweep or breakout right now? Solana is having, it's having, I don't even know. I think it's going to be a liquidity sweep. I think we're going to dump hard this weekend. Listen, if we pump, that's amazing. My spot bags are going to pump, right? But I'm looking too short right here. And I do think that this is all going to be played out. Like, yes, we did have everything, happening obviously with, the unemployment claims and being 10,000 below. This is obviously amazing, but what about interest rate? What about quantitative? What about easing? We're still in QT right now. We need to see QE in order for us to see the massive altcoin season that we all been waiting for. And guess what, guys? We are pretty overbought right here on the altcoin season chart. But this doesn't really matter. It just means that more money is flowing into altcoins and Bitcoin. So this is not really like an RSI type of thing. It just means that, it's altcoin season. But the past 3 times we saw this on the season chart, not on the yearly chart, we actually got rejected. So we saw it right here 1, we saw it right here 2, and we saw it right here 3. Now, for us to really have an altcoin season, what I want to look at is this, the yearly chart, okay? You want to see Bitcoin, altcoin perform better than Bitcoin, the top 50 over the last year, not over the last 90 days, because we know typically a season is 90 days. We want to see over the last year. And we could see that the last time we actually saw that was, first of all, was back in 2024, right before our President Trump came into office. And of course, the last time we essentially had the real altcoin year season when everything exploded literally 30-40% daily. This was actually back in January 2022, but it really started into 2020. And then just because we dumped right here doesn't mean altcoins were bleeding. It just means that more money was flowing into Bitcoin, and then we essentially flew back up, came back down. Money, the whole rotation happened, came back down, rotation happened back to the altcoins, and pretty much that's about it. So it looks like right now the rotation is definitely happening into the altcoins. Would I short here? Would I long here? Probably not. I do think that a lot of rotation will eventually come down and go into Bitcoin again. That does not mean that altcoins will essentially get obliterated, but that does mean that we could potentially see a pullback, a very small one. So let's have a look right here on the 4-day. I think this was the weekly. Yeah, this was the weekly right here. On the daily, I don't even know what I did here. But it looks like we are attempting to break out. Maybe Bitcoin comes to 120,200. I'm going to be looking to short though. Ethereum is losing some steam. I'm not going to lie. It looks like money is finally going in, not finally, but going into the altcoins and Bitcoin. But Ethereum is losing some steam. Dogecoin is losing some steam. Meme coin. Pepe may be coming back up to 119 to retest this level. SPX had a beautiful green dildo yesterday. The total is looking fantastic. I told you guys that if we do go above 4 trillion, that's going to be fantastic. Now, here's the thing. I do think that the total pulls back to $4 trillion again, okay? This is 4 trillion approximately right here. I do think that we get that pullback to $4 trillion right here. I do think it's going to happen. If I have a look right here and I put it at the Fibonacci, let me extend that real quick. Yeah. Oh my God. I don't even know why I put this right here. This is, wait, no, 4 million is right here. Yeah, 4 trillion, sorry. Yeah, I do think we come back and retest the 4 trillion level. I don't know why I put it here at 4.4 trillion. That really did not make any sense. But you guys can see right here, if I put the Fibonacci from the down to the upside, you guys can see that the 4 trillion, it actually meets exactly the 4 trillion. The 50% retracement, which you guys know, I love the 50% retracement. It meets exactly at this level. We also do have some sort of bearish divergence happening right now at the very moment. So I would not, and also we have a rising wedge, which is pretty bearish. So I would not be surprised. I'm going to go ahead and open some shorts right here, actually. I'm going to go ahead and open some shorts. I'm going to go ahead and open a short on BNB. I know a lot of people, a lot of institutions took some profit on BNB. I'm going to go ahead and start opening some shorts right here. BNB 20x is pretty safe. I know I don't like to short, guys. I'm not a big shorter, especially in a bull market. I'm really not. Let's have a look right here at Pengu on the bigger time frame. I'm not going to short Pengu. It's looking too good. H bar is looking pretty weak. Link, I'm not shorting Link. KDA. No, I'm gonna go ahead and short Pump also. I'm gonna go ahead and short Pump Fund right here. We're gonna go ahead and short it on 2x. I'm gonna go ahead and use 5x for Pump. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and update the Discord on the VIP. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, make sure you guys sign up with BYDFi. Not only can you get a $2,000 bonus if you click on the link in the description below, but you get access to all my signals. This was stop loss, obviously, but I'm just gonna update shorting BNB on live, shorting BNB plus Pump. What's going on with me on live? All right, so we do have these two trades open right here. BNB is currently up 0.46%. I do think we get one last flush. I really am confident that we're gonna see $4 trillion again. Wilfy. WLFI is looking pretty weak right here. It looks like it can't gain that momentum. Yeah, it looks like the momentum cannot be gained. All right, this is what we're gonna do for WLFI, okay, World Liberty Finance. We're gonna go ahead and put a stop loss right here. We're gonna put a 5% stop loss. We're gonna go ahead and open the trade right here. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do this. We're gonna use 10x. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and use 10x. You guys can't see, by the way. I don't really have. Is this cross? Yeah, my liquidation price right here on Wilfy, you guys can see $42. BNB 2,341. Like, these are insane liquidations. When you're shorting, you want to put stop losses because obviously it's way easier for crypto to go 99% or 50% than to drop 50%, right? It's just like that. Anyways, we're up $1,500 right here on BNB so far. On Pump, we're down. On WLFI, we're down a little bit, but we're gonna go ahead and open some more shorts right here. I am feeling pretty confident overall about my shorts. I do think that we pull back to 4 trillion. I really do think so in the next 24 to 36 hours. So these are not going to be long shorts, okay? Within, you know, I'm going to update you guys like I do all the time on my free VIP. I'm going to update you guys, but I'm going to go ahead and short. I'm not going to go ahead and short SUI. BNB, it looks like it's coming down. It's looking pretty weak. Let's have a look right here. I know a lot of you guys want to short AVAX. I'm not going to go ahead and short AVAX. I don't see any good trades so far that are looking weak. Maybe, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and short Ethereum. This is probably going to be one of my biggest positions. I'm going to go ahead and short Ethereum on 30x leverage. I'm going to short Ethereum on 30x. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and short Ethereum on 30x right here. Yeah, I'm gonna open a fat position on Ethereum right here. All right, so this is our shorts right now at the very moment. All right, so these are the shorts. We got Ethereum short. I'm gonna update stop losses on the group right now. So let's start with Ethereum. Okay, so Ethereum short. We're gonna go ahead. This is the 4-hour time frame. We're gonna go ahead and do a $4,780 stop loss. All right, so before I put it, ETH short 4,780 SL, and then TP. Let's have a look right here. The TP. Our TP1 is definitely going to be right here, 4,286. That's going to be TP1, which is a nice 4,300. Let's do 4,300. So we're going to go ahead and do TP1 4,300. By the way, I don't always do this. I don't always do this on the lives. So make sure you guys join the VIP. Make sure you guys join the Discord. The link in the description below. This is going to be TP1 and then TP2. I do think that we come back to, I don't know if we come below 4,000. Let's do 4,100 for TP2. Yeah, we're going to do 4,100. So TP1 would be approximately a 6% gain. And then 4,100 would be a 10% gain, which is looking solid. And then 4,100 TP2. 4,100. What happened to the music? Wow, can you guys can't even see my screen. Yeah, you guys could see my screen. Make sure you guys like it. Make sure you guys like this chat. Make sure you guys like this live if you guys haven't. I would really appreciate it if you guys can like the chat. If you guys can like the live. So make sure you guys please like the live. I would really appreciate it. In the meantime, I'm just gonna update other trades. So we got the Ethereum trade on right here, currently up $2,000. Everything is pretty much in green. All right, we're gonna go ahead and jump to BNB right now. BNB, where are you? All right, BNB on the 4-hour time frame. We're gonna do, I think, 1,050. No, we're gonna do 1,030. BNB doesn't really move that much. All right, BNB short, BNB short, 1,030 SL, and let's have a look and set our take. We're gonna go ahead and set our TPs right here. Okay, it's coming back down to at least 960. So like I said, it's not gonna be the biggest gain. 3.2%. Okay, TP1 is going to be 960. But like I said, this is these are going to be like scalps, you know. It's not going to be crazy trades, but if you are on high leverage on these tokens, you should be fine. And then 908 would be TP2. 908. Okay, going on to the next one, we have Pump. Okay, we got the Pump short. I think Pump had a big pump. Let's go ahead and put an SL. For those of you guys who don't know, my pump trade is it's low leverage. It's 5x. Okay, so I'm not going anything crazier than that. I know a lot of you guys want to do like 30x. I would not recommend to do 30x on that, but that's what's happening right now at the very moment. Okay. All right, so Pump. Let me have a look at the chat real quick. What is going on? Short on a bull run? Oh boy. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm feeling pretty confident on these shorts. These are not going to be like long-term shorts, by the way. We're looking at like 24 to 36 hours max, or until it hit our stop loss or take profit. We're not going to be doing anything too crazy. I'm also not shorting like crazy altcoins. I mean, we have right here Ethereum, obviously, BNB. These are like, they're not high volatility or volatile cryptos. WLFI right here, you guys can see World Liberty Finance. Why is my margin only $911? That's so weird. Okay, maybe maybe it didn't trigger everything, but anyways. Okay, so Pump. Let's update the Pump trade right here. We're gonna go ahead and put a stop loss at 93. Oh my god, that's a little bit too high, but we are on 5x leverage. Okay, we are on 5x leverage. So it gives us a little bit of wiggle room. If you're doing 3x, anything below 5x is fine. I would not, if you're doing 30x and then you're hitting a 3% stop loss on Ethereum and you're using 30x leverage, that's pretty much the same thing. But yeah, I would not, I think 92.5 is fine. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do 92.5. I'm just gonna specify that I'm doing 5x leverage. SL 92.5 SL, and then TP. I'm just gonna do a TP1 for pump. Let's have a look right here. Oh my god, this thing is insane. All right, let's see. 0.06. 661. That would be the. I would probably do 6.1 and then 5.4. So the golden pocket 0.618 and then 0.5. Okay, so we're actually gonna put 2 TP. We're gonna go ahead and do 0.06, 0.06, and then TP2 would be 0.053. 0.53. Is it 2 zeros? Yeah, it's 2 zeros. All right, so we got the ETH short, the BNB short, and then we're gonna go ahead and do this. This is the last short right here for WLFI right here. Currently sitting at 22. I'm gonna go ahead and put a stop loss right here at. Here, let's have a look right here. What the breakout would essentially be. Yeah, I think if we break out, like you need to be careful of liquidation wicks, right? So I think 23.4 is fine. 0.234 SL, and then TP1 would essentially be. I think it's gonna fall so hard. It's gonna be like the Trump token. Usually when you have these type of patterns, by the way, guys, I do want to clarify, you're coming down, you're consolidating, the continuation is usually to the downside. But TP1, I would probably say is 19, and that's going to be the only TP. It could definitely come to 69, but I don't want to be greedy, so we're just going to go ahead and do TP, and then we're going to go ahead and do 19. So these are the trades that I'm currently on. I'm going to go ahead and put my stop loss for all of them now. So 4,000, I know, like usually I don't put stop losses, but we are in a bull market, you need to keep in mind. So for shorts, I will put a stop loss because even though I'm confident, I'm not as, we're still in a bull market at the end of the day, but we want to essentially trade both sides, okay? We want to trade both sides. So we're going to go ahead and put a stop loss right here we're going to go ahead and just copy that. Our SL is 4,780. 4,780. We're gonna go ahead and do that. That's a big loss, but it's also 30x leverage, okay? But I also don't expect Ethereum to explode right now and go to all the way 4,800. I don't expect Ethereum to do that. So yes, the stop loss might be 200K, which is a big chunk of my account, but it still won't be everything, okay? BNB is looking pretty good. Our stop loss, we did say, was 1,030. 1,030. Oh, I put TP, that's why. All right, so this is gonna be our stop loss, 1,030 right here. And then we have our stop loss for Wilfy. I think it was 23, WLFI was 23.4, 0.234. Yeah, it's a $440 loss. I'm just gonna keep the $900 position open right here. And then we got Pump, right? Pump USDT. And by the way, the reason why you want to put a stop loss, especially when you're shorting, is because stop losses, you will have a liquidation price. So it's not like longs. Long, most of the time, you're not going to have a liquidation price. But when you're shorting, you're always going to have a liquidation price. So it doesn't matter what leverage and how much margin you have, you will have a liquidation price. And then Pump right here. Let's just copy back to our trades real quick. We got Pump. 925, or it's 0.00925, of course. We're gonna go ahead and put a stop loss right here, 0.092 5, and that's a 2000. Yeah, it's an 83. The margin's low, the leverage is low. Wait, the margin is really low. I'm gonna add a little bit more margin on that. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more on pump. I'm actually gonna add a lot more. It's not letting me open more than a certain amount of positions, or a certain amount for some freaking reason. But these are my positions. These are my current positions, guys. Everything is pretty much in green already, which is fantastic. I'm gonna try to get my pump position to at least $40,000. So let's go ahead and try to do that. Almost there, 36, 39. All right, we're at $39,000 right here because that's a max position that we could use on 5x. Ethereum is a little bit fluctuating, but everything is, we're in profit overall, which is looking fine. I'm not too worried. Ethereum is by far our biggest trade, so it's approximately a $7.7 million position. And then you have BNB, so let's just do the quantity real quick. We got Ethereum, biggest position, BNB second biggest, Pump third biggest, and then WLFI the fourth biggest. So something that's going to be crazy volatile, like the Trump token, you don't want to use high leverage, high margin. That's just going to wreck you. You want to go ahead and use high leverage, high margin on the tokens that you're actually not going to get wrecked on. Okay, so BNB, Ethereum, etc. You guys can see $258,000 on Ethereum. We got BNB. You guys can see right here, I'm up 3K already. Obviously, that's not a lot in terms of percentage. It's 1.21%. BNB up 5.11%. And then you got Pump up minus 0.01%. But things right now, I'm not worried. Even if these all go into red, we got our stop losses in play. I'm not going to lose more than $300,000 of this account right here. So we're currently sitting at, like, I'm going to be losing like 3.1 Bitcoin. You can't always win your trades, but I'm pretty confident. I'll be honest with you guys. Yes, the stop losses, money, and the value might seem scary, but I'm pretty confident in these trades right here. Like I said, I do think that we go back to at least $4 trillion on the total. If we have a look right here, just a quick update on the total, I do think that $4 trillion is definitely in the books. I think that the market needs a little bit of a breather. I think that institutions are going to wreck a lot of retails. And I also think that we're not in quantitative easing yet. Okay, we're still in QT, and pretty much that's about it. So these are the trades right here. China pumped too much tonight. Pab, welcome back, bro. Good evening in Europe, mate. I've unfortunately not time at the moment to follow, but could you very quickly summarize why you're heavily varying short more? What are you seeing? I'm not seeing anything in particular. It's more that the market right now, we are still, first of all, my shorts, I'm not going to be shorting for a long time. So I'm looking for a 24-hour to 36-hour window before buying again. Okay, so these are like scalp, day-to-day scalps. I'm not going to be, you know, I'm not like super bearish, by the way. I'm still bullish. And the reason why I still have my, the reason why I still have my stop losses in place is because I'm still bullish. I mean, the market is still here. The bull market is still here. I just think that we're going to see a little bit of a pullback before continuing to the upside. I think a lot of retail are, and a lot of retail is over leveraged right now. I mean, if we have a look right here, we have not seen big liquidations happening in the last 24 hours. Shorts 236 million, longs 94 million. I think that unfortunately, in order for us to essentially see the price essentially reversing to the upside, we need to see a mass liquidations on the long side. And pretty much that's about it. I mean, we saw what happened in these liquidation wicks, right? Let's have a look if we could essentially, this is 23rd of March. But you could see right here, we were sitting at $113,000 before going $123,000, right? So typically when you have these liquidations events, these big ones, this is essentially when the market tends to reverse. We were sitting right here at 100 and we had a massive liquidation event at $101,000 before going to $110,000, $108,000 and took us all the way to 117,000. So I'm not saying that this is necessarily bad. I do think that a lot of people are over leveraged. If we have a look right here at the open interest, and we have a look right here at where do I see the yearly open interest or funding rate? Sorry, not the open interest. If we have a look right here, the funding rate for the yearly, it's okay. It's not as high actually as I thought it would be on Binance, which is good, but it's high on Hyperliquid, for example. You guys can see 10%, 10%, 10%, 21% on Hyperliquid, 31, 33%. These funding rates are pretty high. They need to come back down a little bit. It looks like though retail exchanges such as Binance is, yeah, their 1 year interest rate is pretty low, which is actually very interesting. But then you got like BitNewX and Hyperliquid and Coinbase. They have really high rates right here, or funding rate, not interest rate. And this definitely needs to come down, especially on the yearly. But I'm still bullish, guys. I'm still bullish. You know, just because I'm short doesn't mean I'm you know, bearish long term. This is gonna be a few days, guys. A day and a half short. Make some money, bank some money, and you know, take profit at 4 trillion, 4.01, and then move to the upside from there. I think that this is what is going to happen. Make sure you guys put your stop losses, don't be greedy, and pretty much that's about it. Can you check XRP when you no, I'm not gonna short Bitcoin. I'm not gonna short Bitcoin. I could have a look at XRP, but XRP is did we break out on XRP? Yeah, XRP is breaking out. I'm not touching XRP. XRP is a coin that could, by the way, just because I'm shorting doesn't mean that XRP won't go up. I think that XRP could be one of those tokens that when everything pulls back, XRP will essentially break out. But I'm not touching XRP right now. XRP is looking bullish. The RSI is looking bullish. The chart's looking bullish. We're holding the point of control VPVR level right here, which is looking very bullish. But overall, I would not do anything on XRP. I would not trade it. I would not long it. I would not short it. And pretty much that's about it. That's about it. I'm going to update you guys on my positions on the Discord. If you guys are not in the Discord, make sure you guys essentially join the free VIP Discord. And if you guys are not signed up yet with BYD5, before I end this live, make sure you guys sign up with BYD5. This is the event that's happening right now. You could trade with crypto, get a Rolex. And of course, if you sign up with my link in the description below, you can get up to a $20,000 worth of bonuses depending on how much you deposit. Even if you deposit something small like $1,000, you can still get a $200 bonus, which will go and offset your losses. So you could open a high trade and of course, high leverage. Maybe you make money, maybe you don't, but you have that $200 window right here that you know you could wiggle, and pretty much that's about it. Anyways, thank you guys for joining, everyone. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a good evening, good morning, and good afternoon wherever you guys are in the world. If you guys have not joined the Discord, make sure you guys join the Discord. Make sure you guys sign up with BYD5. I will go ahead and drop the link in the description below. Let me go ahead and drop that. Let me go ahead and drop the Discord, and I'll catch you guys in my next live. Peace out, fam.